So I kind of want to get into your homebrew community that you're in, the Red Stick Brew Masters. Um, so go ahead and like tell us about the club. What it's like. Kind of what you kind of like. What's the vibe there?
So our vibe is pretty fun.
Okay.
It's our meetings are the first Thursdays of every month. Every meeting has a style. So basically, in every meeting, you'll have a variance. You have a style. So basically, you can brew that style or not. I mean, you
Hmm.
can brew that style. Let's see. And sorry, somebody just texted me. Lost my train of thought. It'll vary from 2 people having it to
Hmm.
6 or 7 people having a style. So our style for this month is Irish Red.
Okay.
So
That
we're expecting
makes sense.
7 people to have beers at the homebrew meeting tomorrow. Um, so it's versus maybe the meeting in November maybe only had 1. So it's
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's hit or miss, and we usually have 10 between 10 and 15 people at the meeting.
Okay. Yeah. About my size. Yeah.
Yeah, and we rent out a room at this restaurant, and basically, their biggest thing is like they give us a discount on the room, and their biggest thing is like, please eat, buy some beers at the bar, and that kind of stuff. Because 10 or 15 people in a restaurant is pretty good. To have
Hmm.
eating dinner and drinking 3 or 4 beers, and they allow us to bring our beers in to
Hmm.
sample. And then after that's done, we usually have a bottle share. So like say somebody went out of town, they'll bring beers for everybody to sample and that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So and then they do a crawfish boil once a year.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
they
sounds
do that
delicious.
once a year.
Yeah.
And then twice a year they do a bottle share at somebody's house. Um,
Okay.
which that was just this previous Saturday. So my wife and I went to that. Um, and they usually have a spread of food of, people bring different things to eat.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but the highlight of the food this year was this cheesecake, and I was like, I think I'm gonna make this cheesecake stout again. Like I was, because she loves my coffee stout, and I said
Yeah.
maybe I'll make the cheesecake coffee stout, and she's like, oh yeah, she goes, I need to try that. And then so there's a chili cook-off as well that they do once a
Okay.
year. So they try to do things to keep people in. I'm supposed to be redesigning the website, which I've kind of started slacking on that because it hadn't been redesigned in a while. So I need to jump on that to start helping redesign that. But it's a great set of guys, and one of the guys that's in it, he used to work at the homebrew store,
Okay.
and I everybody at the homebrew store was always been helpful, but he always had a lot of knowledge and that kind of stuff because he was a home
Yeah.
brewer himself, and he's in the club now, and it's he's always a knowl he's always a he always has a tidbit or something to help you brew stuff. Um, this is the first year we have a new president in our homebrew club. Our other one
Okay.
moved, about an hour and a half down the road, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna start a club wherever he moved to. But
Okay.
he also puts on a beer fest in Eunice, Louisiana. It's at a campground. I have never been to it because it's doing 3 beer fest is pretty rough in 2 months.
Well,
But
yeah, I
I,
would say so.
but I,
Holy crap.
yeah, but I've competed. I've competed in the competition, like you ship in the bottles. I've done that a couple times. But I really need to make it to his beer fest. It's one of them. It sounds like a good time because it's a lot of people from the club that go. Um, but a lot of those guys in the beer club, they have a lot of knowledge. Everybody's always eager to help somebody learn something new.